Welcome back to Rotten and Forgotten. Today we're going to work on getting these two Farmalls put back together. And to start off, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning because I kind of got a mess going on. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do, so let's get after it. I'm not very good at running this tool. Well, we're closer than we have been so far. Whew. It's a pretty darn good workout trying to slide this thing around. Not sure how heavy it is, but it's heavy enough, I can tell you that much. I think the front end's got to come over yet, but that's another problem. Whoa! There we go. We got the first tractor squished back together. That went pretty darn smooth for a one-man operation, like almost too smooth, and it seems to be holding, so that's great. About halfway through, we got a little antifreeze leak, which was neat, I guess. Good time to leak is when it's in the shop, so I'll have to address that, but let's get this other tractor put back together too. I got to steal the stand off of this one, so. We officially have tractor number 2 bolted back together, and this one gave me a little more trouble, but we did it in about half the time as the first one. Now, I definitely wasn't as careful getting this one slapped together since it's kind of in a sad state already, and if it were ever to get fixed, it's going to have to get tore down anyway. So, yeah, it's together. Now we got to start taking the parts and pieces off of this one and putting it onto that one, like our power steering and maybe this pump and I don't know what else, that steering column probably, and yeah, I don't know. We got a lot of parts to take off yet, and I think we're going to start by taking this shroud off and seeing how the power steering's all hooked in and start formulating a plan for removal of that and the swap-a-roo. And yeah, I am just pumped. I'm going to have a good rear end. I'm going to have power steering. I mean, this thing's basically going to be a Cadillac when we're done. Well, we got a ways to go until we're there, so let's just keep going. To get the power steering swapped over, I need to get this steering shaft removed from the oil bath, and to do that, I need to get this keyway out so it'll slide through our gauge cluster. Once that's done, it should just unscrew itself because the steering shaft's actually connected to a worm gear, and that worm gear goes down to the bevel gear. That bevel gear is connected to a shaft that turns the rods that turns your wheels. Pretty fancy, I know, but it should just unscrew out the front, I think. Ooh, that key's stuck. What's that? Remove now. That's our steering shaft with the worm gear and bearing included. Nice. Should just spin itself out. Bearing free on this one. Oh, it's good. Really good. Okay. Sneak you on out. Once we pull the thermostat out of the side, our gauge cluster should be fully disconnected. And now we have to deal with this power steering pump. I think it's going to be best to take this all at once and move it over to the other tractor instead of trying to split it off this and leaking fluid everywhere and all that fun. So to do that, I need to loosen the belt and then take our mounting bolts out and get this pump free and, yeah, move it over there. Ha! I'm winning. One belt removed. And that is really complicated for, yeah, not a fan of that system at all. It looks like I definitely got my life out of this belt. As you can see, she's a little bit tired. I think the one on that tractor is better, so that's good. We just got to try to get it off without wrecking it. That's the next step. Belt removed. That was a struggle and a part. So I tried just slapping this other belt on here, but it's not quite adjusted right. So I gotta try to get this little set screw nut thing loose. And apparently the sheath is supposed to spin, which is news to me. You know, if I would have known that when I took them off, probably would have made life a little easier, but yep, reinventing the wheel, pretty standard. There we go. No lubricated. That bolt's up. Needs a little fire in there out maybe. So after an hour of air chiseling and lightly heating, we got this thing to spin freely like it's supposed to. So that's pretty neat. And it's gonna make installing the belt a whole lot easier, but my other way of getting the belt on and off is a whole lot faster. But since we're gonna keep this motor around, I suppose having things work the right way is all right. Let's get that belt put on here now. Thank goodness for movie magic, because what you just watched was about a 2-hour ordeal, and I'm pretty much over the whole fan system on here. When everything works, it works pretty slick, but when everything's stuck like this was, it was a little bit of a headache. But it's over now. We can get back to the power steering install, and I think I'm about ready to pull that pump right over and drop it in place, tighten up some nuts, and then work on the steering shaft and all that. Oh, I should have cleaned off the top of the motor. That was an oops. Anyways, I gotta try to get our bracketry to line up. Oh, that looks good. I'm excited about that. Been dreaming about power steering ever since I got this tractor. Well, here we go. It's now or never. The tractor almost kind of looks like a tractor again, and you know, we added power steering and we put a better transmission on maybe. I still haven't flushed anything, so that definitely still has to happen, but let's try to start this thing up. Should just have to pull that out, and how about that power steering? Oh. We got any gears? Whoa! Don't grind them, find them. Come on now. What is our clutch doing? I don't feel like much. Oh, hey, I forgot to put the breather tube on. Oops. Anyways, yeah, the fire's up. It runs good. We already knew that, but I think I got some more clutch adjustment to go because I don't really have a clutch at the moment. Okay, I got my clutch readjusted. I should be good to go. Let's fire this thing up. Woo-hoo. Oh, that power steering's nice. Oh, it's like candy. I could turn her with one finger, almost. That's pretty neat. And it looks like I do have hydraulics. Seems to be pulling a little. That is really hard to believe. I mean, I don't know how long that thing ran dry, but how about lights? Do I have any lights? Oh, I got one. One light. Don't even have a rear light, I guess. Maybe I gotta try a different. Nope, I got one light. It's better than none. I'll take it. And do I have a clutch? And nothing. It sounds like I'm just grinding gears. Maybe a little bit. No. 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 Dang it. Well, I got a running engine, I got one headlight, I got power steering, a comfy seat, and I've got no clutch, which makes the transmission not work. I guess maybe the tick wasn't so bad after all. That's kind of a bummer, not what I was going for. Everything else seems to work pretty darn good, but without a clutch, the tractor is pretty much a noise machine, so I definitely have some more work ahead of me, and I got some more thinking to do. Not sure what I did wrong. I might have to do some Googling. And yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks for hanging out and tuning in to Rotten and Forgotten. Be sure to come back because the Farmall isn't over. And anyways, I'm going to bed. I'm not going to sleep tonight, but I might cry, so that'll be fun. We'll see you guys later.